refreshing the way you guys played defensively first tonight as a team?
Yeah, we obviously played pretty well, and Daws played really well, so I think an encouraging win for sure.
See Holla really fight to keep that puck in to then get it to you. You score, I guess they're calling it your signature move now. What did you see on that goal, and how does that show the commitment everyone's having to buy in and do the extra things?
Yeah, obviously a really good play by him, back checking and stealing the puck and then getting it over to me. So it's a good play and good play out of him.
We talk about wanting to build off of this, and last game, building off of this. When you look at Nashville next, what can this team do to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really looked at them yet, but a win would be nice, you know. I know we've been struggling big time on the back-to-back, so I think if we could get a win tomorrow night, you know, maybe we can keep it rolling and have some really good momentum.
Does your confidence build on the power play when you get a goal like that as a team just moving forward?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we were struggling there for a little bit. Obviously, you know, getting me back in the lineup, you know, that changes things too. You know, it takes some time to just, you know, everyone's reads are different now. You know, Bradder's playing a different side, Toff's playing a different spot, so it's just different. And you know, we went a month without getting any reps, so you know, it's going to take time. And I think we had a good game today, and hopefully we continue to get better and we can get back to where we were.
Jack, when Nico's playing like that in net, I mean, how much confidence does that give your group?
Yeah, I think he played really well, and you know, VTech played really well in Carolina. So you get goaltending like that the last two games, you know, it shows the results. So I mean, he did a really good job tonight, and we're happy with how he played.
Jack, the buy-in by the forwards defensively, is that something that needs to continue for this team to have success?
Yeah, I mean, thought as a group we played well up front, and maybe four lines rolling, that's when we're at our best. So that was a good game.
Jack, the power play was clicking tonight. What was different about tonight as opposed to, you know, past few games?
Yeah, I mean, even though like we didn't score other than the ones, we had good looks and we were pretty zippy and fast. But even in Carolina, we liked our game too. So we just got to stick with it, and you know, and we'll find our way.
It's got to be refreshing to get off to a good start, get the early lead, and kind of get into the game that way.
Yeah, it's really nice playing with the lead. You know, it hasn't been like that much this year, so for us to play with the lead, that was big. Thanks.
What did you see working with your movement and how quick you guys were with just your time in the zone?
Yeah, it was obviously on the goal. We just kind of, you know, winged it with Jack making a good play and you know, breaking in the zone. And Nico finding, we kind of talked about it a little bit a couple games ago of doing something like that, and the way it worked out perfect.
We talked about effort pregame, and some of the times you saw Holla keeping that puck in the zone to get it to Jack. What did you see with this team trying to keep their foot on the gas throughout all 60?
Yeah, I think we built off the last game. I think the Carolina game was really good for us, and the way we worked and the way we kind of, you know, stayed together. And I think we built off that and started the game off the right note, and you know, just had a really good overall game.
Can you talk about the buy-in from the forwards and why it's working so well these past few games as far as defense?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've been talking about, you know, what we want to do, and we've been working on it in practice, and I think we're just doing a good job executing. And like I said earlier, it's one of those things where we have the layers, we're protecting each other. If, you know, something happens, a little breakdown, then it feels like there's somebody there to, you know, hold up the play a little bit and let everybody get back into the position that we want everybody in, and it's been working.
Nice to see Jack get on the score sheet the way he did tonight.
For sure. I mean, that's kind of turned out to be his patented move, I guess.
Tyler, good to see Nico to play so calm in that, especially in that third period.
Yeah, we had a perfect view of the one save that went through the seam, and you know, he was in perfect position, and it definitely made some huge saves for us and played great for us.
How do you build this now? We talked about building blocks, getting a couple wins together. How do you keep building?
Yeah, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I think we're doing a good job of keeping things relatively simple, and when the plays are there, we're obviously making the plays, but we're not really forcing anything, and I think that's kind of been one of the keys to our success right now.
Nice to play with the lead for once. You guys feel like you're always kind of climbing from behind.
Yeah, I mean, that's you know, the NHL. It's not easy. It's never going to be easy. So we did a good job of getting the lead and continue on that. And I think Jack's goal was huge for us for sure.
What did you like about the effort in front of you tonight?
I mean, everybody played really hard. It was a really good defensive game from us. They didn't give up a whole lot. So yeah, I think that was awesome.
You talk about your game, and it didn't seem like you gave up a lot of rebounds tonight.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. A little sticky tonight, which is good. No, it's just good to get back to my game and feel good again.
What was that like for you when there wasn't a lot of action on you, but you still got to be sharp, right?
Yeah, games like that can be tough when you don't get shots for a long period of time. Then all of a sudden, like tonight, a breakaway. So it's tough, but that's kind of your job, just to stay mentally engaged.
What does this do for your confidence when you're able to come in and give a lift to the team like this?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I wouldn't say my confidence dipped over my last few starts, but I think that's the first quality start that I've had in a little bit in my eyes. So it's good.
You almost had that shutout. You almost had that shutout tonight.
I know. One day.
What were you adjusting to on that breakaway that you mentioned? That was the first shot of that second period.
Yeah, I just play it like a normal breakaway. Try to take up as much ice as I can. It's just something I've been working on, and I got him.
What's been the biggest change defensively for this team over the last few games, last week or so?
I think everybody's just buying in and really caring about our D zone and caring about not giving up a lot, and it's paying dividends for sure.
How were you able to stay sharp with that 2 weeks off without a game? So you came in tonight and were able to be successful.
Yeah, I mean it didn't really feel like 2 weeks off. Obviously in here every day skating and working on stuff, which is sometimes it can be tough, but sometimes it's a good thing to be able to there's not a lot of times where you get 2 weeks to work on whatever you want. So no, I took advantage of it.
It had to be a positive. Obviously, you get off to a good start. You get the big goal lead, and just for you to ease into the game.
Yeah, 100%. It always helps when we get the first goal.
Happy with the game. Got a little bit loose at the end of the second on the tail end of the power play, and but a real strong night. We backed up the performance in Carolina with basically the same type of performance, and left a lot of chances out there again. 2-on-1s, breakaway that we didn't capitalize on. Another couple point blank power play opportunities we didn't capitalize, but a strong game from start to finish.
Your goalie, when he had to be big, he was big tonight, and also not a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a lot. We did a good job, after the first shot, making sure we got under sticks, boxing guys out. Areas that have cost us in the past. I think these last 4 or 5 games, we're working hard to be the team we need to be to get back in this. Yeah, well, you look at the chances it had. I mean, you look at even the that flurry with Palat, and I don't know who got the first one, and then Pally, and you look at Nemec walking right in. So a lot of good power play chances.
When you look at that play by Holla to keep the puck in the zone and get it to Jack, how does that kind of symbolize the buy-in that players have had to really put more pressure and try to make things out of nothing sometimes?
Well, I think Holla's play was to get back, make sure he gets back and reloads, get back above the puck, and got himself in a good position, and we got it back, and Jack's play again. We've seen that before. Where a short side, if the goalie's kind of leaving, he's been able to capitalize.
We keep hearing we want to build. This is a game that we can build off of, and you go into the second half of a back-to-back against Nashville tomorrow. What's the biggest takeaways that you guys can keep building on to have success there?
Really just, like I said, we're, probably the last 5 games, there's been a lot of good. We had patches of 8 to 10 minute pockets in a couple games, but overall, defensively, to keep the game where it's at, to lock in and not give up a lot. I mean, you look at tonight, after I think 30 minutes, we'd given up 7 shots. Part of that is really good puck management up ice, making sure we're getting pucks in, pucks deep, so that when you're defending in the offensive zone, that you're keeping the other team in there, and by the time they get it out, they're changing, and we get possession again.
You mentioned that things have been going better, over the last 5 games. How much of that has to do with really having health on your side at this point?
Well, that's a big deal. I mean, really, you look at the group up front now is healthy. We're locked into some lines that we'd like to, stay consistent with. So, getting the pieces back in place has really helped.
One of the new guys on the back end, Santeri Ataka, just seems like he's brought this stabilizing presence. What have you seen from his game?
He's played really well. He's played a solid game, and I think we all know defensively is what you look at first, and he's played well defensively. Very few mistakes. He's been good around the net front, making sure that not allowing second opportunities. And lastly, I think his puck movement and getting involved he's gained a lot of confidence where he's been able to get up ice. He's been that outlet. Sometimes in the offensive zone off our high roll, he's been involved in the play. So for a guy we didn't know a lot about, I think he's done a nice job for us.
Coach, that first period, you guys came out very physical. You were very physical on defense. Was that a point of emphasis coming into this one?
Well, number one, the puck's the most important thing, but I think if we can slow the other team down, we really felt that a team that has some good speed, that if we got into them and stopped a lot of guys in their tracks, then we could take the speed away.